The modern age brought some rare and unique finds in February 2025. From high ratio spawn variants to stunning original artwork and multi-signed collectibles, these books prove that even non-traditional keys can command big bucks in today's market. I just love that music, right? We talked about it last month. It's like smooth
Chill.
jazz.
It warms you up for the chaos to come.
Oh, there's some chaos, definitely. So it wasn't as crazy as last month. I'll say that. But there are some books here that you got to say to yourself, holy moly, guacamole. Speaking of guacamole, I wonder if I got guacamole. I got some tacos later. Anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart busters, and we're going to start things off with the modern books. We're going to start with modern age, and with modern age, you get more of the rare books. When we get to the golden age, is more of those classic books, the blue chip books, things like that. But with modern age, you get some signature series, you get some sketches, and let's take a look at this first one. Spawn 350. This is the employee edition. This came out for Image Comics in 2024. This sold for $5,000 in an eBay auction on February 24th. It came in 5th place. This one was signed to Andy by Todd McFarlane.
Wonder if it was Andy that bought it.
Oh, it was given to Andy.
Well, I know, but I wonder if it was an Andy that bought it as well.
That is quite possible. I could tell you one thing. It was either Andy that sold there or Andy's girlfriend that didn't care about Andy anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show him too. I'm gonna sell his book for $5,000. Right?
I don't know, to be honest, if I would ever part with a Todd McFarlane signed book. Especially if I would have more connection to it if like he signed it in front of me type of thing. That book I wouldn't get rid of for sure.
So we covered this when we talked about Todd McFarlane. He personalized them. So there's really a extremely small amount of books. Spawn 350, the employer edition, there's probably 50 copies.
Yeah.
And they were all personalized to employees. So you're not going to find another Andy unless there's two Andys.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you imagine in the office, you're like Todd McFarlane's assistant, or you work with them very closely, like every day. So it's kind of like, whatever. And I would just constantly have like comics underneath something. I just need a signature here. Like I'd be happy to find like.
Well, yeah. And it's like, imagine you get a book from Todd and he misspells your name.
Yeah.
Like it's Andy with an I.
Or you know what would be even cooler too is like he's doing his signature and you grab the book so it messes it up.
We're terrible people. So there you have it. That came in number 5. Number 4, Harley Quinn and Suicide Squad April Fool's Special. This is a Del Auto sketch variant that came out in 2016 for DC Comics. This sold for $6,000 in an eBay auction on February 14th, Valentine's Day. Now, why is it so important? It's a signed and sketch Gabriel Del Auto. My goodness, you got a beautiful image that's a 9.8, and it is signed and graded.
It's amazing. Like it's just the amount of work that it would take. And I wonder if he did this like at the desk type of thing. This seems like it would be something that would be done like as a commission.
Oh, this was a commission. This was definitely a commission. But
it looks
my
great.
Goodness, this is a 1-in-1. The book in itself is worth nothing. It's the sketch. Right? It's the sketch that has value. And Wow, what a gorgeous sketch. $6,000, man. Guy bought it, paid the money. I wonder what he paid the auto for it.
Yeah, that's I'm always curious about the cost of like modern artists and their originals because so much is done digitally. I often wonder like that market of like a Nakayama, like what does it cost for a original?
Yeah. This is just pure beautiful. But the person had to sell it and they sold it for 6,000. I think the person that got it for a great deal. This book will probably be worth more in the future.
For sure.
All right, let's take a look at number 3. Bettie Page Comics #1. This came out in 1996 for Dark Horse Comics. $10,000 on eBay on February 2nd. This is a JSA sign, so it's authenticated. Gilbert Hernandez, Jamie Hernandez, Bettie Page, and Dave Stevens. It is a 4 times signature.
That's awesome. I personally like these authenticated labels better than the other ones.
They look really good.
Yeah,
I admit.
Great.
They make it. There's something about them that just makes them look better.
Yeah, they seem to pop more.
So, what do you think? $10,000 for 4 signatures.
I mean, Stevens is so hot right now, and to have those other 3 signatures on there too.
Bettie Page as well.
Yeah, that's a fan for sure.
So each signature is worth $2,500.
Yeah.
If you had this book, what would you do?
I would sell it immediately.
No, not even a thought.
Don't even have to, like, I kind of missed the boat on all the Dave Stevens stuff. I appreciate it. I think it looks great, but I've got other fish to fry in my collecting than Dave Stevens books. So if I had them, I would unload them and get, a giant sized X-Men 1 instead.
Yeah, for that same price, you absolutely could get that. Let's take a look at number 2. Wolverine 145, the silver foil variant. This came out in 1999 for Marvel Comics. This sold for $10,000 on eBay February 7th in an auction. This was manufactured without a foil on the cover. We covered this book last month, but this is not the same book. This is a different book that was sold, and it sold for $10,000. I think the other one sold a little bit more.
Yeah, it's interesting that, it's probably when they were doing it. I know they flip-flop on this green label thing, but to me, it just should be a blue label. It's a misprint.
It's a defect.
Yeah.
So that's why it gets the green label, because it's a qualified grade.
Yeah.
But it makes it look better. Because his claws weren't gold. They were always silver looking.
Yeah.
So I never understood that either. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a qualified label, which is green, it means that there's some kind of manufacturer defect with the book. It doesn't mean that the book was damaged or was restored or anything like that. The book has an error, and with that error makes it more sought after because it makes it unique. And this is one of those books that error makes the book look better.
Yeah.
So that was number 2, Wolverine 145, the silver foil variant. And at number 1 for modern comics, Spawn 185. This is the Portacio sketch variant that came out in 2008 for Image Comics. This sold for $12,000 in a heritage auction on February 25th. This is a Wells Portacio cover and art. It is considered a 1 in 100 variant.
Great cover. 12,000 though. That again, it's a lot.
And a 9.6.
Yeah, a lot for a modern book for sure. But if you're a fan and you want it, well, you pay for it. It's your money, right?
So would you consider this being one of those ghost books as well? Or maybe because there's just a small fraction of them? Because at this time, Spawn wasn't a high seller. It wasn't selling the way it has before or afterwards. right? But it's 185. So Spawn is not doing too good at this time. And they did 1 in 100. There's really not that many in existence.
No, this would be I would call this a pretty rare low print run book for sure.
$12,000. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not signed. It's not anything. And it's a 9.6.
Just the book and the 9.6.
Wow. That is awesome. And that's the modern books, guys.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more comic content. Check out these other videos for even more insight. And I'll see you at the next one. Excelsior.